There we go. All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Catfish Weekly, along with Josh and Lyle Claus. We got Bobcat. Welcome to the Top Cat with Bobcat.
Top Cat with Bobcat. There we go.
What's up? Bobcat Top Cat. I
like it.
Bobcat has put his baits in the water. We have started the 2-hour timer about the time that the first one hit the water there and about the time we hit the intro. So we are starting our May competition of Top Cat with Mr. Bob of Bobcat Outdoors. And once he gets settled in, we'll talk to Bob and see what he's got going on tonight.
Yeah. In the meantime, Josh, I do have some tournament results I'll read off here. We got MBT results from Saturday, May 17th on beautiful Lake Schaefer in Monticello,
Hey, if you don't mind, in that door right there, there's a light. Can you get that and set it up?
All right. So out of Schaefer in the results of Schaefer here, we've got the. We'll go with looks like we'll go to the top 5 here. We've got Charlie and John coming in at 5 fish, 44.92 pounds. 4th place is Garrett and Riker at 5 fish, 46.01. We got 3rd place and in the money, we got Kyle, George, and Ron with 5 fish, 47.16. So only a 1.15 pounds kept the difference between 3rd and 4th place. Right here. 2nd place, we got Levi and Rick, 5 fish at 72.08, with a big fish of 31.15. And in 1st place, Justin and Tim bringing home $450. 5 fish at 74.37. Again, that was out of Monticello, Indiana.
Very nice.
Some good numbers out of that.
Yep. Not too bad. Starting to get people building up the chat a little bit here. We'll say good evening in a second. All right. I'll go ahead and get started on that. We got about 50 people in here so far. We got Mr. Bobcat Outdoors was in here waiting. We got Mr. Sampy, Pontoon Jody Catfishing. We got Muskrat Adventures, Brewer Boy Outdoors, Mrs. Yak, Bugman 22, MI6, Wannabe Outdoors, Member Carolina Catfish, Miss V. Smith. There's a member of the Weekend Angler, Mark Barnum, Sangamon Angler, Crappy Day Darren, catch fish with us. Miss Cindy Stokes, 922 Crappie Barbecue, Mr. Brad Becks, Northern View Outdoors, Joe Buck 66, Northern View Outdoors, there's 3 Nights. Just did that jumpy thing. I don't like them do that.
No, I hate when it does that.
Where was I at? There's member Brian B. Catfishing, Mr. Jeff Beal, Wabash Nate, and I think I'm caught up. All right. Well,
I am just glad to see Bob has good weather. With everything that's been going on this past weekend, I was concerned that the storms wouldn't move out of that area. So.
Boy, no kidding.
I tell you what, it was definitely an insane weekend for weather, especially Friday. You know,
Yeah,
Kentucky.
Friday was quite the night.
I don't know if Missouri. It started over in Missouri, but I know Southern Illinois and Kentucky just got hammered.
Yes.
London, Kentucky, if you didn't hear, which is about 3 hours south of where I live, it was devastating. There was at least, I think the last body count that I know of was, I think, 24 dead in that area.
Oh, wow. Man.
What a crying shame. We need to keep all those people affected by those devastations and all our people that's sick and not feeling well in our thoughts and prayers, because at any time, that could be any one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's right. I hate this time of year with the storm.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch, but when they do damage, that takes the start.
Yeah, that takes the fun out. I mean, I've been a weather nerd my whole life, so.
I got big trees around your house.
Yes, it does.
I said I'd like to see a tornado. I just don't want it to tear up anybody's stuff. So
that's right.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you the devastate when we came back. Buddy Bill and I, we drove down to Chattanooga Friday and came home Saturday. And when we came back up, you can see at the London, right before the London exit, both sides of the interstate look like somebody went through and just bulldozed everything on both sides of the path. It was.
We used to drive down to Wheeler Lake, and the way that we would drive down there, you could see where a tornado had been through there, and it done devastation, killed a bunch of people, and it just went right along that interstate, and it was amazing, the trees and stuff and the path. You could see the path where it veered off and went through the woods. It was amazing. That one guy has joined us. Jack Shores Outdoors, Ed Jenkins. Welcome everybody. There's 3 nights.
Yeah, they were showing video from the London, Kentucky storm, and they just said it was just this giant. You could see the giant scar on the earth.
Yeah,
where it's just wiped out all the trees and everything as it was going through. So,
well, there it goes. I was like, if I can get this to open.
One of the things that I remember a few years ago, a tornado hit Joplin, Missouri, and moved the hospital, which was a several-story building, moved it off its foundation where they had to tear it down and rebuild it. That right there takes a lot of force. There's Chris with Hooks and Hammett.
There we go.
Chris says, "Get out of my spot. Better yet, get off my river."
Ooh. This is a picture from the interstate.
Oh wow.
Chris,
that's a subdivision right there.
Here, maybe Indiana.
You're very limited on the interstate of the devastation that's actually happened with that storm.
What do you got going on?
I don't know which one you was using.
Pit Boy.
There you go.
Damn it, Chad.
Thank you, V, for sending that over.
Hi, Yak.
Yeah, we got Mr. Yak. Sure, he is being a nice little Joey tonight for Bobcat.
Yeah, I told him I didn't really want to be up here by myself and all this.
No, I don't want you there.
Are you suspend drifting now, Bob?
Well, I'm not drifting. I'm suspending on this ledge.
Just right on the ledge. Okay.
Yeah. Just about 3 cranks off the bottom.
How far do you think, if a fish is down on the bottom, how far do you think they can find that bait above them?
Well, I'll show you what I'm looking at on 2D, and you can kind of see where these fish are suspended.
Okay.
The hard yellow is bottom, and these are fish. At least I
Okay.
think they're fish. And there's probably a bait ball of
Right.
something, so you can see where these fish are at in the water column.
That's a
You can
great
see it on
image
down
right there.
scan.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's
You
a
can
great
see them on
image
down
right there.
scan too. Yeah. We're getting a
Real
little bit of
cool.
interference, but
Well, you got a lot of current there.
V wants to know if you can see her. Berlina Smith can catch us.
See her where?
I don't know.
Oh, pair over there.
All right. Let's see.
Matt wants to know what current they're running out there today, Bob.
54,000.
Hmm.
Pretty hot.
Huh?
I want to know how you know it's not paddlefish.
I mean, I don't know it's not paddlefish. It could be. I've caught everything up here. I caught a 4-foot sturgeon in the cast net a couple weeks ago.
I bet that was fun.
Yeah, he about tore my net apart.
I'm sure.
I think he actually did rip a couple holes in it, which it already had holes in it. So
They're repairable.
yeah, wasn't too big
And
of
if
a
not,
deal.
they make them new every day.
That's right.
Oh yeah. I mean, with your kind of money, who wouldn't buy one every day?
I do not have Chad Fields money.
You don't have a 24-foot polar craft, do you?
I do not.
Mine is only 21 feet. Thank you.
Oh, my bad. My bad, dude.
Yeah.
I see the Benoit ladies have joined us. Hello, Gabby and Allison. Hope y'all are doing well.
Benoit girls.
Them ladies have another new video out. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You'll enjoy it.
I have not had time to edit this week at all, so I ain't got a video out yet.
Well, you need to quit slacking off. You've been doing pretty well. You got a nice video with a couple views on it here recently.
Yeah, it's gone to over 150,000 right now.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
If somebody wouldn't mind, can they put Bob's link to his YouTube channel in chat for us?
I will take care of that. Give me just a moment here. It is in the description of the video, too.
Oh, okay. Good.
Oh, Jeff Beal says, looks like all the fun catfish events are just too far to travel to. Well,
this one is not. You can do it right there on your home waters.
Yeah.
All you have to do is enter
you can do it
on our
live.
Facebook page, and we can get you right in.
Yeah.
If there's more than one, there'll be a drawing, and if you happen to be the chosen one, like Bob is, we will get you on the show.
But I do have to
Chosen
say,
one.
Stuff like the gathering and stuff, making every event that everybody puts on is difficult,
It's impossible.
impossible. But if you try to, I would highly suggest try to make at least maybe one a year if you can make it work. It is worth going and hanging out with the community, and it really is. Most of it's a really, really good time.
I have an event coming up that I used to attend every year. It comes up the last weekend in June, first weekend of July. It's Fishing for Freedom in Quincy, Illinois, and you get to take a veteran out for 4 hours of fishing in tournament situation. There's no money involved, and if you haven't been involved with that, you should be. And you can go to Fishing for Freedom Quincy, Illinois on YouTube or Facebook or just anything that you want to do, and you can find it. And it's a time you will never forget. I promise.
We used to talk about that quite a bit, Lyle, and I was actually brought it up with somebody else. I don't remember who I was talking to. It's been a few weeks ago, and I was like, I haven't heard as much about the Fishing for Freedom as I had in the past. So,
well, one of the reasons that I haven't talked about it so much is because when COVID hit, we didn't go, and for whatever reason, somebody was sick or something was going on since then. But I miss going up there. We went every year for I think 11 years in a row or something like that.
Wow,
several years, and we took out everyone from my favorite girl that worked and run that tournament. She went with us one year, a veteran. We took out a major from the Army one time that was very good. We had a blast with him. He'd never been in a boat or never been fishing, and of course, we let him catch all the fish that day. And it's just a fun time for the heroes of our country that we all should be very thankful.
That one guy said, "See you there, Lyle."
Well, I hope I
Matt
can
said
make
that
it
you
this
break
year. I
up the
haven't
channel, Cat
decided
bumping
yet.
setup.
Yeah, I did make one.
Lightweight.
Cindy posted the link too, fishingforfreedom.org.
Yep. So definitely go check it out. I know they've got Facebook page and
Yep,
stuff as well. So
they
yeah,
do.
definitely check that out. And
If you meet a lady by the name of Mindy up there, give her a hug and tell her it's from me. She is so sweet, very knowledgeable. If I don't know how that place runs if she's not still helping. She
I ain't
takes
telling
care of
nobody
everything.
anything's from you.
I'd say
I get
I don't tell most people I know you.
I
as an
understand that,
introduction
but you
to
guys are
somebody.
terrible.
Yeah,
Brian B said,
You
hey, before
treat me
you
like
move,
a
make sure this
redheaded
guy.
stepchild.
And I saw Josh drop the
Hey, Brian
link
B, I
for
hope
the
you pee the
June.
bed.
Josh
Hope you
dropped
pee
the
the
link
bed,
for
Brian
the
B.
Facebook sign up for June. So if anybody's interested in fishing the Top Cat for the June month, please make sure you go
absolutely,
on there
yeah.
and
Uncle
sign up.
Bubbles.
So we have that. We'll do that the first week of June. We'll do that drawing, right, Josh?
Yeah, that'll be on June the 2nd.
Yep.
And that it looks like Top Cat for June will be on June the 16th.
Be another fun time.
Yep. So here in a couple weeks, we'll be drawing for June's.
So Bob Kitty, you ready to talk to me yet?
Sure, man. I can hear
So
you.
I got a question for you.
Shoot.
So the king of bumping is suspended at the dam. What made you choose this tonight? And what's your tactics for Tacticat?
Well,
Top Cat.
the flow
Wrong
right
term.
now, and the river conditions. I'm not ruling bumping out completely, but I wanted to start here, and there's plenty of water downstream that I can bump through. It's not quite as violent, so I thought maybe with all the heavy flow, if there's cats here still, they'll be pushed up against the dam.
Okay.
Is my
Which
thinking
dam are
on
you
that.
fishing at?
Chickamauga.
Chickamauga.
So technically, we're on Nickajack Reservoir because this is Chickamauga Dam, and above here is Lake Chickamauga.
What's our baits of choice tonight?
Skipjack,
Love
fresh skipjack.
Imagine that.
They were caught today.
it. Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's about as
There
good
we
as
go.
it gets. About as good as it gets.
Yep.
Jeff Beal says, I'm going to put my Bobcat hat. Let's go.
I know Jerry
I'm
Parker's
trying.
nervous
We
about
caught
tonight.
one before the one went live, but that one don't count.
Jerry Parker has a great total weight in this tournament, but
Good
he
grief.
should be nervous
Yeah, he
about
makes it
it.
hard.
He said he is I think attending a school thing with his granddaughter for the first hour, that he said he would be back at about the beginning of the second hour to watch Bobcat kick his rear end. So
That's cool.
No, he sent me a message and wished me best of luck. Jerry was down
He's
here
that-
this weekend.
Jerry's that kind of guy. Matt sent us $5
Yeah, he's
super
nice guy.
chat. Thank you, Matt, so much. Says, come on, 70-pound flathead. I mean, it's not unlikely given this past
that's
week.
no kidding. There were a
Really?
ton of flatheads caught.
Yeah,
Isn't
Yeah,
that
we
amazing?
even Matt caught a good flathead. That's really surprising.
Mhm.
He did catch a good one. Absolutely did. I've watched a lot of that stuff. For some reason, I'm not getting enough sleep here lately, but I still get a chance to watch some of those videos. A lot of at night.
How much weight is Bob using to suspend there? Asked Catfish with us.
I have 16 ounces on these heavy action rods. 14 on one of them that I stole from Daryl Morris, and then 16 on everything else.
How come you didn't take all of Daryl's lead?
Well, he left this one down in the gorge attached to a flathead.
Oh,
I was nice enough to give him his rig back, but I wasn't going to give him his lead back. That's a lot of money. That's probably $3.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I actually reeled a fish in. I reeled a blue in, and it got tangled up in a line in a rig that he had lost the day before, and there was a flathead still on his hook.
wow.
And yeah, it was crazy, man. It was like, I thought I had like a 50-pound blue or something on. It was pulling so hard. But couldn't find out the blue got tangled up with Daryl's rig, which still had the fish attached to it that he broke off on, and it was tangled in the rock. So I was like winching down on a heavy action rod. So I managed to catch a blue and a flathead on the same rod.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Brian B has a suggestion.
Ryan said, that ain't even your hook. He said, that's a Daryl Morris rig. I was like, it sure is.
Brian says, what do y'all think about taking a senior fishing? We could call it senior cat.
Oh man, there's good bait there.
Yeah,
I'll
the
take
stuff
Mark
right
out.
there.
That's good looking stuff.
So I don't think I qualify as a senior, do
I don't know.
Well, you just got to be older than Josh and I. So
That don't take much.
Welcome.
Hello, Paulie.
That's pretty special right there.
I like it when part of the innards are hanging out the back. That just adds more scent.
Yep. Welcome, Paulie. Glad you found us. Tonight's a special event we do once a month. This is what we call the Top Cat. So we have one angler out here fishing for 2 hours, trying to get their two biggest catfish on the board. Right now, leading the way is Mr. Jerry from Parker Pursuits YouTube
Parker
channel.
from Pursuits.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, what's he at? About 10 pounds?
Yeah, he has like 5.
I believe he's at 90 and some change. With
91.29.
91.29. That's what anglers are trying to beat right now.
Old Bob's in a spot to do her tonight.
Yeah, I may have to leave here and go bump.
That river he's fishing is loaded with 50 and 60 pound fish. It could happen very quickly, might not happen at all, but he's out here giving it his best for everybody to watch.
There's Guerrero Bagre.
I'm going to back up now that Nathan's left.
All right.
Dang it.
Bugman says he's tired from mowing today. He's calling it a day.
Well, if it has to be one of us had to mow, it might as well be him.
I mowed yesterday, and then I got
I think I mowed Saturday, I believe.
I mowed yesterday around lunchtime and finished up, took me a nap, and then I went outside and grabbed my new garden tiller and started tilling up the back 40 year. So,
well, you got
how
somebody
big
right
garden are you putting in? How big of a garden are you putting in?
I don't know yet until I get tired of tilling, I guess.
Are you going to get one of those Dockery statues to put up in it?
A scarecrow?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
No, those little gnomes.
Oh. Just put a fishing rod in its hand and a roof above it. That's all you need.
Yep.
I don't know. I guess right now it's the first time that's ever been tilled back there. I wish I would have done it.
Yeah, sometimes that takes a little bit, that first little tilling there.
Well, I had different aspirations about it, and then I decided I needed to make a bigger one, so I needed a tiller and went and got one, and
I hope you got a rear time.
Is Bob snagged or has he got a fish?
Nice snag.
That's a snag.
That's a snag. That's the snagging technique right there.
Yeah. He's going to come up with one of those paddlefish down there.
Prehistoric fish.
Lyle, I think Brian wants to know.
Surely he's talking to someone else. Lee Reed, welcome, buddy. There's Big Bill.
Definitely snag.
Uncle Lou says he's tired of that wind.
It's storming here. Just
Tell
started.
you what, that wind hasn't stopped all freaking year long.
It's been miserable.
Yeah, it's not been too bad here today, but
I guess today didn't look too bad, but most of the time
I think we're under the gun for it again tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do even Wednesday. I
Well,
hope they don't change it and it ends Wednesday. I'm kind of tired of the rain almost as much as I am the wind, but not quite. The rain I can deal with. That wind is just miserable.
Yeah.
Little guys like Dockery, they get the wind blows them around. You almost got to tie a string on them, or they look like a kite.
We can get Dockery one of those jackets from the '90s that we all used to wear. Tie a string to them, and we'll just fly them like.
What is it? What would they call them? Windbreakers?
Yeah, the parachute pants and stuff like that.
Yeah, he'd look.
I'll give him so much crap. Does he get paid for that?
Oh no, he donates it.
Yeah, he likes it. He can't go through the day without us messing with him.
Well, he can, but he don't get to.
He doesn't appreciate it though. I mean, he's. If we don't mess with him, we start getting messages where he'll start messing with us just to stir up the pot.
Yeah, that's right.
There's my buddy Big Bill's veteran catfishing. What's going on, my friend?
See, this is what's frustrating about electronics.
Oh man!
To see that,
You're in them.
yeah, to see that, and then to not have them bite you. It's so frustrating.
You're in them. No question about it. You're in them.
Come on over here.
If they'll just bite. That's Nathan Trammell behind me there.
I see. You know, if we painted Dockery blue, he could be Papa Smurf.
Y'all be safe.
You could.
Yeah, Lyle, I think you'd look more like Papa Smurf.
Oh no.
Well,
He'd
I might
be
have to
blue.
leave and come back in.
What do you
There's
say?
fish all across that.
Yeah.
What you got going on,
Yeah,
Chad?
I'm going to start backing up.
My monitor over here went black on me, and the other ones are
there's
fine.
fish here.
Oh, sure.
Look at that. I mean, there's fish there.
I'm sure what's going on there. Let me see if I can reset it first.
Well, that mark's not skipjack. Yeah, it could be.
What's the temperature you got there, Bob?
There's a Helix 8 and a Helix 9. One of them's like a HD. One of them, I don't know, DXI or something, high definition, blah blah blah.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's got a clean picture.
What's your water getting up to?
Yeah.
Oh, we're at 72.2 down here,
Oh, nice.
right here at the base of the dam. Now,
think
if
you're
I
getting ready
if I
to
go down
pre-spawn?
through here, yeah, definitely pre-spawn. If I go down here below the dam, there's so much foam in the water right now, so much air, it's so aerated, I won't be able to see anything on the fish finder.
Oh, wow.
It shows I'm in 2 feet of water because the water is just so agitated and aerated.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back. I'll restart.
I did.
Okay.
There's channel member Danny Stone Outdoors. Hello, Danny.
There's Jerry Parker. He made it in.
Hey, there we go. Puckered up,
Jerry.
Parker. Puckered up Parker is here.
Puckered up Parker.
Maybe.
I'm just hoping Jerry had a good time with his boat this weekend because I put a lot of hours in on that thing last week. So
I hope he
I hope he paid you well.
We worked out a pretty decent trade on it. So
Gotcha.
No, nothing worse than
I agreed
traveling. And having
to do the work, and he agreed to finally put nav lights on his boat. That way, we're not wondering where he's at when we're out on the water. So
that's a good
Safety's
idea.
a good thing.
Jerry the
Safe.
pole jerker.
Hmm.
I'm going to leave that. I could say something, but I'm going to pay.
Parker says Spot Lock was pretty awesome. This was his first weekend with Spot Lock.
Oh,
There's
wow.
nothing better. Spot Lock
Yeah.
is an awesome feature.
And I tell you what, they have completely, I don't know if y'all have messed with the new remotes yet, but they have completely redesigned the iPilot remote.
Yep.
Yeah, I have the old brick. I hate the thing.
And it took
Touch
us a
screen.
little bit the other night to figure it out. So
Does it have the jog on it and all that?
it will have, it came with the little GPS puck, but we ran out of time the other night. So I said, let's get you where you're functional, and then we'll do the rest. So
Right. That jog feature is really neat. I mean, it'll move you over, I think, 5 foot at a time.
Yep.
And that's awesome.
I'll tell you, I actually use that for bumping. Let me tell you how I do that. If I'm trying to bump against a specific target and the current's not too high, I'll actually spot lock in the current and walk the bait back using the jog. I'll sit there and let's say I'm in 20,000 CFS and I'm working a pylon or a hole or whatever. I'll hit spot lock on a trolling motor and I'll sit there with my bait in my remote in my right hand, my bumping rod in my left, and every time you hit the jog button, it moves you back 5 feet. So if you hit it 2 times, that's 10 feet, 3 times, 15. So I'll sit there and go boom, 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 15 feet. And then if I need to let some line out, I hit it again, jog, jog, jog. And instead of having to keep letting line out of my reel, I'll actually use spotlight to walk the boat back. Works really well.
Really good idea.
Yep. And plus, if you're trying to work a piece of structure like that, you can move across the face of it back and forth by using the left and right function. Let's say you got a long wall like this you're bumping into, then you'll hit left, 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 and you'll move 5, 10 feet left or right, and you can take that bait and walk it across the face of the structure, which is really cool.
Yes, it is.
Danny said him and Richard Cluck were going to take Richard's boat out, but his spot lock remote is messed up. So
that's too bad.
Oh, is that lightning? Oh.
be
Look
careful.
at the radar. Well, I just seen lightning.
That's it.
It's over there.
Somebody turned around.
Huh?
Somebody turned around. See it.
I know. I turned around to tell you to look at the radar.
All right.
You know, like
Hopefully that works. What'd I miss? How many fish did I miss?
None.
All
4.
of them.
Slackers.
All the fish.
Yeah, it's coming for you, Bob.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm going to check out your radar there, Bob.
Crap. Yeah, it's heading this way.
Yep.
Coming up from the southeast.
Yes, sir.
Be careful out there.
It's above us too, but there's a pretty solid cell.
Well, we'll duck in this tunnel right here if we have to. We've done it before.
We'll start at 9. The thunder was supposed to stop at 10:15. The thunder was supposed to stop at 10:15.
Knoxville.
Let's see, what did Matt say here? Bobcat can bump with one arm.
Solid motor, yeah.
Now I got some kind of pop-up. Sorry.
Somebody want to bump now.
Use a trolling motor controller with one of the other hand while turned facing the front of the boat, looking at the graph and looking at the camera. He's a talented fellow.
Yes. and protect.
You have to learn how to be multifunctional when you're bumping a heavy current.
Multi-talented. Yep.
Well, and he even missed the part where he'd be having a bag of pork rinds in his
That's right. I can open
fanny
I
pack.
can eat a can of Viennas while I'm bumping.
There you go.
Hey, the other day I took a leak while I was bumping and never put my bumping rod down. Either
TMI.
rod.
TMI.
Yeah.
Well, everybody does it, Lyle.
He was bumping with both hands, is all I heard. Uncle Lewis says I have to carry a micro remote also as my iPilot remote spot lock button bit the big one.
You got one.
Yeah, got one on. I'd rather use this one than the brick. Hate that thing. It's got a touch screen on it, and I'm always touching it and killing the trolling motor or something. But in order to upgrade to the newest one, I have to change the head in my trolling motor, and it costs $700. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Jerry, you're being dirty. You're being nasty now.
Oh, he's getting that trash talking about being a bank angler.
That's right. He is. He's trash talking.
There he goes.
Yep. Parker says the spot lock is awesome, but gotta say Danny and I didn't have spot lock on the bank, and we're holding our own in this competition, being dirty, low life bank anglers.
That's right.
You're doing it. You did all right.
Shoot.
I guess so.
Huh? I think I'm home. Yeah, I'm home. So home. So home. God, I wish that was a fish. That's not. It's a home.
Oh, they're letting some water out.
Yeah, they are. It'll rock and a rolling. That's my kind of fishing right there.
V. Smith says, I woke up to Jerry with a fish on the bank right beside me. LOL, he's a beast.
He is.
Come on, free yourself. Free yourself. I don't want to break you off.
Danny says every time he gets hung up, Parker stops breathing for a second.
Uncle Lou was asking to the advanced GPS or the iPilot link.
I have the iPilot link. There we go. I'm done.
You got it.
Oh, wow.
The idea of bank fishing now.
And I got the other line.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. Oh, everything's okay there.
No kidding.
Hitting hard. Right front porch flew into the car.
Wow.
What now?
Cindy said just getting hit hard here.
Oh, wow.
Front porch just flew into my car.
That's not good.
Cindy who?
Stokes.
Oh. Where she live at? You can keep an eye on that radar.
Out in Missouri.
Where are they?
Bob and Ryan boards rolled up me in the gorge Saturday, on me in the gorge. Like they were going to mug me. I tell you what, you got to watch that Ryan Bortz.
Little fella there
sketchy
too.
guy.
I tell you what, yeah, that's a boy that you talking about short. I tell you what, I'm pretty sure he wears inserts in his shoes to make him look tall.
I'm guessing that's not the case.
Not really. I'm average height, and I remember the first time I ever met Ryan. He was at a tournament over here. And I was walking down the ramp, and I was about 15 feet up the ramp, and me and him were looking eye to eye. And I was like, holy cow.
Welcome, Ernie Brown.
That's a tall little fella. Nope, no fish yet. Got a couple snags.
Josh Brown's another tall one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Josh is
man.
real tall.
Him and
Hey,
Ryan are
retired
close
Rick.
to the same size.
Bobcat and Yak are looking at the radar right now. Looks like a little bit of ominous skies out that
Yeah,
way.
they've got a pretty decent sail to their southwest. So
But it's also starting to get dark out there as well.
yes, that's not a good combination. The good thing is that it does appear to be a little. It's a smaller cell, so once it goes through, this should be all right.
Yeah.
So downtown Ernie
Oh,
Brown.
Ernie,
I'll stop it.
come on now.
I'll tell you what, reel them up. We'll go down by the pylon, and if we have to, we'll run back up here and get in the hole. Get out the bumping rods and work the pylon. Either get in the hole or run to the bridge.
Catch Fish with us says radar shows the worst part is missing them. Going to get some rain. That's the hope.
Good deal.
I'm glad the worst of it's not going to
Yeah, I mean the two things really you got, especially in water like that, is one, lightning, but two, strong wind.
Mm-hmm.
Those are what makes it dangerous. Rain ain't gonna hurt you.
Nope.
No.
Oh gosh, here we go. Now Dee's over here saying that Bobcat's so sweet he'd just melt.
Oh, my God.
Oh God.
I love you, D. I don't know why
Oh,
you're
now
still hanging around
Bobcat's
with
I
this
love you, D.
Yes, there is, Matt.
You're going to need at least 4 ounces to get bottom where we're going.
Blah, 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 blah. So did you boys do any fishing this weekend?
I did not.
I know you did, Chad. You come up with a pretty nice fish. Got you in a exclusive club.
I did.
I
I didn't
was
realize
focused,
that they're kind of
He
rare.
paid me a lot of money to do that.
Well, pretty sad that somebody like me has to sneak into Tennessee, fish, and not tell anybody he's there so he doesn't get ran off by the locals because he's not welcome.
Go around, Storm. Go around, please.
Yeah, did you know that the piebald catfish is often referred to as a 1 in a million catch?
Hmm.
And it
That's
still
pretty
kills me
common
that,
here now.
as I say, it kills me the number of piebald catfish that I have seen in the last 2 or
If
3
you
years.
want to see a piebald catfish, just go fish with Danny Stone. He will come
Yeah.
up with one.
I am anxious to see the next person that catches that one with the question mark on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
See how much it's grown.
If I ever catch it, you'll get to watch it grow because I'm calling Bass Pro Shop.
You won't.
Don't give it to them.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
give it to them. I'm gonna sell it to them.
No.
It's illegal for them to buy that fish.
Yeah, they
I'm
don't
just
do
saying.
anything. They don't do anything legal.
I'm just saying.
Fine, then I'll sell it to Cabela's, who's
Same
owned,
damn thing.
who's owned by
Yeah.
Shut up, Lyle.
Brewer Boys Outdoors said Dad had a first this weekend, was suspended with a 3-inch live bluegill and caught a 13-inch crappie.
Wow.
Wow. That was a funky crappie, wasn't it?
I'm kind of wondering, did Parker go down there to go to the gathering, or did he go down there to tamper with Bob's water, knowing that Bob was fishing Topcat on Monday?
That was what it is. I know.
He probably went down there and sore-lipped every fish in the area.
That's why I'm up here at the dam and not down the gorge. Parker sore-lipped all my fish and sabotaged them.
I don't know. I saw the fish Jerry was catching this weekend. I don't think they're not what you want for your bag.
That's right. Catch Fish with us was one of the ones that got to see me on Saturday. So I was
you in the newspaper in the funny pages or something?
I was being the Ginger Ninja. I snuck down there, did a little fishing, and snuck out while everybody else was sitting around a camp doing nothing and not fishing.
Sounds like James Dockery sitting underneath the fishing dock.
So, folks, it took him 46 minutes to go to start bumping.
Yeah,
a lot longer than I thought. I didn't think he would wait that long.
I think he should. He did that to give Parker a fighting chance. Is why
that could be.
I was being respectful.
For your elders? You being respectful for your elders?
Absolutely.
Catch Fish with us says Parker invited all of us to come sore-lip Bob's fish. We didn't help.
Let's see.
That's a pretty sight right there.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, it's got hit. Got a snag. Thought I got hit. I think it was a snag.
Oh,
You're just trying to give Parker like heart complications.
yeah.
What? Oh, crap. Maybe it's going to move around us. I ain't got nothing. I must have lost my sinker. Which way is it moving?
Buck Williams said that his PB crappie 17 and a half tasted real good. Got him on an M80 tied to a rock on 4th of July. I miss M8. I miss real M80s.
Cherry bombs, M80s.
Oh yeah, cherry bombs.
They would stay lit even in water.
Even in water, yeah.
Yep.
You'd take them to school and you'd light one and flush it down the stool.
Absolutely. I never done it.
I never did that, but just saying.
Where's my scissors at?
They would sure stun fish in pond.
Parker said during Danny's live Saturday night was across the river from Bob and could see him having an epileptic fit, not being able to bump.
Yeah, anchor fishing is a little bit slow.
Yeah, M80 was about a quarter stick of dynamite. Yep.
That's about the size of it.
Quarter stick of dynamite,
Well,
and
yeah,
922 just confirmed that.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I know one
When
thing, they make a mess out
outlawed
of the
them,
toilet.
when they outlawed those, had a friend of mine that mom and dad owned a firecracker stand every year. They set it up. They moved in from Iowa, and they had cases of those things that they had bought and didn't sell. So we had a supply of them for several years after they made them illegal. It was a lot of fun.
I'm impressed that you had a friend.
Yeah.
You got a friend in me.
I'm pretty impressed with it now too. You notice how fast he tied that up?
He's a pro with that. He don't mess around.
I guess not.
I used to during a tournament. I'd tie them, pre-tie all the sinker droppers.
That's right, Buck. That's about the going price was back then. It was a lot of fun. I miss those days.
There's Miss Lisa, burrito catfishing lady.
Hey, Miss
Hi,
Lisa.
Lisa.
Hooks and hammocks. Yeah, I heard he was getting handsy with Parker.
How you know that?
Oh my.
TMI.
That's right. The question is, does Chris have to stand on a stool to reach his ass? Hey, did anybody besides me see the girl with Chris and Telly catch that flathead today?
Her
yeah.
daughter, Megan.
Was it their daughter? I wasn't sure if it was their daughter or not, but
Yeah.
she caught a real nice flathead.
Yes, she
Very
did.
nice flathead.
It's on the. We've got a hell of a bragging board tonight. We got a 5-minute long bragging board.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she was live with us when she caught that.
Yeah.
She sure was. I could hear you in there talking to her.
Yep.
I think Telly was the most excited.
Oh yeah.
It was a great video. If you all haven't watched it, go over to Hooks and Hammocks YouTube page and watch that. I promise you'll enjoy it.
Whew.
The Bobcat threading the
First,
needle.
her first flathead.
It was her first flathead ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a way to get a new PB flathead.
Well, that's like going out and shooting a giant deer on your first hunt. You got something to shoot for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that ain't no kidding.
That's for sure.
I took Caitlin storm chasing for her first time Friday night, and she bagged an EF4 on her first trip. So
she's hooked, ain't she?
Nice.
She's hooked for the rest of her life.
Speaking of which, we got winds picking up, boys. I'm going to step outside. I'll be right back.
All right.
He's going to blow away.
How as small as him. Yeah, that's a very, very, very impressive first flathead. She's just like her Aunt Dee, setting a nice 30-something pound flathead. His very first one.
Okay.
Woo. A train track.
Yeah. Oh, man.
There you go. She's never caught a blue or a flathead before that trip. Now she has a 37.5 pound flatty and a 30-pound blue PB. Warms my heart. My niece caught that.
Danny.
Good job, Lisa.
I can't hear you. I'm tied on a new sinker. Broke off again while I was dealing with that pylon.
Hello, Wildcat.
What's up, Wildcat? Yep, Buck, I heard that train is squealing, didn't you?
Yep.
You're to be under it.
I'm good. My luck, if I got underneath it, that freaking train truck would fall on my head.
That lightning. Oh, it stays downriver. Comes up here, then we got problems. I'm going to shoot across over to the. You storm
Fish
got me.
fever. What's up, Austin?
What do you know, buddy?
Oh, nice. There's Thank goodness, I was getting a little warm. Now the air just kicked on.
Catfish with us said some people were killed by a train while fishing
Oh wow,
in northern Ohio yesterday. That's not cool at all.
horrible. I wonder how that happened.
I don't know. Tell you what, we had a spot we used to like to fish as kids, and you had to walk up the train tracks to get there, and you had to cross a trestle. And if there'd ever been a train come, there was nowhere to move. You were going to have to jump or get hit. There was
Dude.
Where's it at? That looks
Local
bad.
Boston?
The road that my mom and her family grew up on, there's a train track that goes across, and it's about 100 foot tall.
Oh wow!
And they would walk from one side to the other. My brothers and stuff, when they were little, because my grandpa still lived down there, and they would walk that bridge. There was like a little lake or a big pond or something across there, and they'd go fishing. And they, again, like you just said, they'd hear a train and they had to just take off running. They got trying to not get hit by it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I can't run.
Hell no! On a train track that's 100 feet tall.
Oh yeah.
It's not going to happen. I'll tell you one thing though. Up and down railroad tracks is one of the best places in the world to rabbit hunt.
What do you know about them rascally rabbits?
I love to hunt. They're awesome, and they're even better to eat.
I haven't had those in forever. But I guarantee you, I could probably eat every other meal out here. Rabbits are everywhere.
Awesome. That's awesome. You must not have very many coyotes or house cats.
Oh man,
house cats are the #1 predator for rabbits.
Benoit, I'll give a little bit more details on that. Happened up by Sandusky.
I was wondering. I mean, I know there's that train track that goes across Sandusky. Everybody fishes.
Fishing from a train bridge, yeah, that's
silly.
That was right there.
Austin, he has not caught one yet, but the night is young.
Yep.
Yeah, right now they're watching that lightning and stuff that's moving through.
I walked outside, the wind was blowing, trees, limbs was moving around, and while I was out there, it just got still. No wind at all.
Tanny said they had an abandoned train trestle they fished from, but some idiot built a fire on it while he was fishing and ended up burning it down.
That don't make no sense.
Come on, troll mother. You can do it.
Come on, fish.
Oh, Bob will be doing the fish song here in a minute.
Yep.
Nope, I just closed it. Hang on. So, yeah. Authorities find body of a missing 5-year-old in Fremont train accident that killed 3 and injured the baby.
Wow.
Damn.
That's a shame.
That's horrible.
There's another family that needs our thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Cool Cat Fishing. Welcome, buddy.
Hello, James.
What's up, James?
I had a couple of past guests on this tournament situation in chat tonight. James and Austin, Gary Parker, Danny Stone. Danny hadn't been in yet. Has he?
Danny? Yeah, he's been in there chatting.
Yeah, Danny's been
chatting. No, I mean on the show.
Yeah.
Danny was?
Yes. A couple months ago.
Oh, damn.
He was up there. He bank fished up at the Kaskasky.
Oh, that's right. Yep, I remember.
Yep. Is he still second place, right?
He is.
James in second place.
Or James in second place?
James is in second.
Yeah, James in second.
I think Danny's wanting mulligan.
Danny says, I caught 2 freaking fish.
Atta boy.
Whoa.
Oh, James put him in third. Bobby ain't got nothing yet.
We want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Bob's working real hard to entertain everybody. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so. Like and subscribe. Leave us a comment if you have any questions on how to get in this tournament or anything else, any suggestions on shows, anything like that. We're always glad to look at them.
Mark Barnes says, frickin' fish don't count.
He's a hoot, isn't he?
Brian B., did you set mine up for me yet? I'm trying to avoid setting it up so I don't have to do it. Making me stay up all daggone night.
Chad.
I need my beauty rest.
You sure do.
What's up, Dave Funk?
Funkmeister. There's a guy that knows a little bit about catching blue cat, flathead. I'd like to see Dave in this competition. You would think Brian would enter it, but I understand he's kind of give up on fishing.
I don't think he does it anymore.
That one's right by the power wires.
Lord, we're holding graphite rods. I don't know how I feel about that.
There's a great comment from Danny Stone. Said this show has proven that it's tough to catch 2 fish when the clock is ticking. Extreme nerve wracking.
There's so many things that you gotta account for, like Bob's keeping an eye on the weather there, and it's got to that's got to be his main focus over catching a fish.
Yeah.
Ryan says he would do it, but Monday evening his wife is at the hospital, so he has the little. So what that tells me is Brian can't catch a fish unless he's there.
Yep.
Will you do me a favor? Reel up and put the nav lights on. The front one's on. We need to put the rear one on. Yep.
Bob, how much barge traffic you have down there?
What's that?
How much barge traffic do you have there?
It's not bad right here in Chickamauga. It's just a stern one. No, that's not it. There's another one. Section bend.
Brian's always got an excuse. Look, now he ain't got no truck to take the boat.
I'd seen him bank fish years ago.
He used to fish.
It's on here.
He became a diva, and then he had to get, couldn't fish back unless he had a boat, was in a boat with E. And
If this wasn't such a family show, I have a question about the diva comment. But I'll refrain because I'm such a nice.
Hooks and Hammock says, I would like to do it as well, but I have too many excuses. Like I fish the Ohio for one.
That's a poor excuse. There's big fishing. There's big fishing at Ohio too.
Yeah, but you don't realize we got to drive 4 or 5 hours for that.
Isn't that where that flathead was caught on the Ohio?
Huh?
Did he catch that? Oh, he didn't. Okay.
No, they were down in Tennessee on the Tennessee River.
Oh.
But they fished down there all week last week.
Well, that was a great fish, no question about it.
Dang it.
That's all we enter tonight. I won't go down anymore.
Okay, take it out and see if you can kind of step on it. Yeah, I'm
I'd say you bent it.
ran it under the cover last Saturday night without pulling it out.
There it goes.
Perfect.
Well, the wind and the rain just picked back up for me.
Cool Cat says Bobby might get a little rain shortly. Fishing and stuff. Bobcat's
Keith.
still fishing for them
Hey,
Volkswagen
Keith, welcome,
size
buddy.
catfish at the dam.
Always great to see our buddy Keith in here.
I need to send something over to Keith and with a return postage slip.
Uh-oh.
I got my hand on one of those Harbor Freight hats that are hard to come by, and I was going to get Keith to sign it. That way I have the Fishing and Stuff signature series Harbor Freight hat. Yeah.
That's funny right there.
I don't care.
I bet he'd do it.
I bet he would.
Look, it sure got dark down there where Bob's at, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. He's got that storm moving in on him.
Yes, he does.
We're keeping an eye on it.
Be safe, boys.
Fish Shizzle says another my bad dude moment coming soon.
Brought to you by
We got a tornado warning north of us.
Yeah, we say blue now, so that's good.
Keith said I might not send it back, Josh. I want one too. LOL.
Well, come and visit. They got a stack of them at the Marion store. So,
Did anybody see that they have those multi-tools back in stock anywhere yet?
they've got them at. Let me double check. Gordon multi-tool.
Every place I've been, they've been sold out.
Well, I say that. I did catch 20 fish.
They are in stock at my local store.
Cool. They got high reviews on those.
Yeah, they're basically
A Leatherman.
a Leatherman.
Yeah.
Wait, Dan, are you? Is there? Oh, I'm gonna smack Brian B.
Uh-oh.
That's not nice.
Do I have to separate you two?
Was that Brian B?
I don't know. I just sent him a message. Yeah, I'm gonna smack him. Let's see.
Danny Stone says just found out the Midnight Madness tournament is Friday night at midnight. I'll be working. I'll be up at 4 a.m., work all day, and then fish all night. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just messaging B about because I'm like,
You
Friday night.
You youngsters can do that.
I'll go back and watch the replay and see who caught fish.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeff Beal said his truck is currently down. And if I have to for a 31st, I'm renting the truck from Enterprise just to get out on the water.
There you go.
I will say,
That's one way to do it.
the last couple minutes, but you do the giant convex later. So. It's hard to see my peripheral. We've done this before. Remember the one challenge we did with Jody? It was
UC Brian, anybody tell how far north one can catch skipjack? Well, I know that you can catch them on the Mississippi River to at least Keokuk, Iowa.
To at least where?
if you be in the middle of the
Iowa.
state, to the east of the states.
Oh, okay.
I've never caught any very big that far, but there's a lot of them that is caught cast that's up there right below the ship, along with some giant shad.
Well, that latest radar image looking good. It looks like that storm near Bobcat is dying. So.
Yeah, we're
That's
seeing
a good
blue
thing.
sky now. But the wind just switched directions.
the strongest part of the cell is already on the north side of the river, so it's
Good deal.
Wait, what kind of tournament is this? You guys care about the people competing?
Randy Swain said, "Tell Bobcat the worst is over. We're southwest of him tonight." So
It's amazing how quickly storm cells can pop up this time of year.
Yes, catfish with us. I probably will be sleeping through most of that. I got to work all day Friday.
I will be sleeping through all of it.
Everybody can blame Brian B for that.
ah, there we go.
Who's hosting that tournament?
Me, Brian, and Kevin.
I thought you was going to go to bed.
I plan on going to bed after I hit. I'm going to hit the go live button, tell everybody they can cast, and then I'm going to go to sleep.
And then he's going to go.
Atta boy. You could always have Dockery fill in for you. He's up to all the hours of the day or night.
That's true.
Poor little guy has trouble sleeping.
Sleep is overrated. My butt, Dave Funk. I love me some sleep.
You know what the best time to sleep is?
All the time.
That's right, anytime. Naps are your friend.
I hope Brian B. pees and poops to bed tonight.
Oh my God. You're really mad at him, aren't you?
Yep. It's his idea to have an overnight tournament.
Damn it, Brian. Don't you know that Chad can't stay awake that late?
We got 9:12. We got about just over 45 minutes. Cool Cats is being a smart aleck. Well, Danny, it's kind of a Saturday. It starts at 12:01 Saturday morning. You're not helping anybody here, James.
Well, Danny don't have to work on Saturdays anyhow. So.
I know.
What do you knowing about? You don't work on Saturdays either.
Yeah, but I got to work all day Friday.
Oh, cry me a river. If I had that Chad Fields money and made $900 an hour.
Well, if you weren't a bum and had a job, you could make that kind of money.
I'm too old. Nobody will hire me.
I wouldn't hire you with your attitude.
No.
You ain't seen that. You didn't.
You wouldn't make it the first break. I'd fire you.
I'm quite sure of that. No doubt about it.
Man, it's gotten dark out there.
It has, man. You know, the darkest place I was ever at in my life is out in Colorado in the mountains when the moon's not out and it's cloudy. You can hold your hand for your face and you can't tell it.
Oh, wow. Well.
But it is beautiful up in the mountains. I mean, knockout gorgeous. Cool Cat says, I wish I had some of that Chad Fields money. Diamond Chad Fields. Danny says, damn it. I shouldn't have told everyone it was Friday night instead of Saturday. I would have been the only one to show up. Easy win. That's thinking out of the box, Danny. That's thinking out of the box.
That is a good point, Danny. You definitely could have gained some point values.
Yeah, that would have been.
Sure. For sure.
I'm glad Danny said something because I sure as heck wouldn't have set it up for Saturday or Friday night, Saturday morning. Everybody been yelling at me, "Where's my link? Where's my link? Where's the host?" I don't even know who I got. Who do I got on my show? Yeah, okay, I got some okay people.
You can talk about it, Chad. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm looking at who I got here. I got trying to remember who this is. Who's who? Like catting around. I think is Ray and Melissa. I got Dustin Clark, Fish and Fever, FOA, Mean Gene Squad, Rebel River Cats, SC Buckeyes, Scraping Bottom, and Smoky Mountain Catfishing. I can tolerate most of those people. Hey, wait a minute. That's right. FOA has controls to my channel, so he can just bring people back while I take naps.
There you go.
Well, that's an idea.
This is working out for me.
Doesn't Brian have control too? So he could just.
Brian has control. He can
just
host
have
my channel and his.
Yeah, he could just have two
There you
screens
go.
open and.
I like it.
Mark Barnum, you are 100%, and you can see house lights 10, 15 miles away.
Wow.
It's amazing. It is really something when you see car lights coming down the mountain, probably 10 miles away, and watching them wind their way down the mountain through the trees.
Well, apparently, one, I can tell you that I never read anything about the tournament personally, because I'll be honest, I just didn't care because I was pissed off that it starts at midnight. But none of the participants looked either because it does say tournament on May 24th. The tournament begins at 12 a.m. sharp. Please be backstage by 11:50 Friday night. You don't say. Maybe I should pay more attention to what these guys are doing because they suck.
Why start now?
Brad, yeah, you're right. But that might be what gets me through the night is just busting Brian B's chops about this all night long.
Well, there you go. That gives you something to talk about. Cool Cat says when you're out in the middle of the ocean, you can see a glow of a cigarette over a quarter-mile away.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me. I find it very cool factoid.
Yep, they got the rain.
Yep.
Oh, Bob Kitty is getting wet. I understand, Mark. I used to go out there elk and deer hunting, and I miss going out there. But I used to be the young one in the group and took care of the other guys so that they made sure everything was done. And now I would be the old guy, and they have to take the young guys out there and make sure everything was done. I can't do it anymore. But damn it, it is fun. It really is.
I think that might be one of the wettest kitties I've seen on YouTube.
We're trying to entertain y'all. We're getting soaking wet, though.
Well, we're having a good time regardless.
Yep.
Of course, we're dry.
Long as you're safe, my friend, just be safe out there.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I don't mind a lot, and that's another thing.
It hasn't lighted in a hot minute though.
This whole thing is pulled over.
See you, QC Brian.
Oh.
Perfect. That's better. That'll work.
Hook says, going to be an interesting tournament. Up at 3 a.m., work all day, 2 hours, drive 2 hours to fish all night, drive 2 hours home. Does Uber tow boats?
Sleep at the ramp.
Yeah.
Hey, that might be a new service.
Just set your vehicle and lay a little something in your lap where people can see it and they will never bother you.
Yep. That's what I did coming home from the Monsters on the Ohio that night. I made it to the Blackburn Ramp right across from Shawneetown, Illinois, and I was too tired to drive any further. I pulled back there to the back of the ramp, turned around, and kicked the seat back on the truck, slept for about 3 or 4 hours, and got up and went home.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Bobby.
Hello, Mark.
Cool Cats Fishing says, hey, Bobby, it's going to start raining, LOL.
Yeah, it's raining. Right in my
And
life.
Mark has a special guest in his house. Betty Jean Croft is up there visiting, catching fish.
Oh, nice.
I know they're having a good time, and they are eating well. Hey, Greg Burgess, thanks for joining us in chat tonight. Always our pleasure to have you.
Yeah, that one's a little hard to purchase for sure.
Trying to read these iPhone user comments. Brian B says, Chad, how are get through? It is the first 3 hours chat and act normal. At about 3 to 3:30, start drinking, and boy, does the fun start. Okay. At the end, I'm ready for bed. At 6 a.m., I should already be on the water on Saturday morning. That's bullcrap. What's the weather look like Saturday? He might get smacked twice.
Bob, how does it feel to be a wet kitty?
How's it what?
How does it feel to be a wet kitty?
My fur's all ruffled up.
Perfect fishing weather this weekend. 65 for the high on Saturday.
Have you ever smelled a wet yet?
Not yet.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, stop raining. I'm gonna walk out here and bump now. How about that?
With friends like Bob, who needs enemies?
Who needs enemies? Friends like me.
How we only got 36 thumbs up, folks? Come on.
What the world, man?
Look at Bobcat's going through for you guys.
Yeah, he's putting his effort in tonight. I promise you.
Yeah, he is.
I'm trying, folks. I'm trying.
It could happen at any time.
I may or may not have snuck a banana onto his boat.
Cool Cat's Fishing says, ask Bobby if he is cold.
No, not really.
That's pretty comfy, honestly.
My nipples are all wet.
Yeah. The show's starting to go south.
Yep, there it goes.
There you go.
Don't be selfish, Danny Stone.
Hmm.
He's afraid that Bobcat will break his thumbs up record.
Oh, dang.
I tell you, there hadn't been a bumping bite here in 2 or 3 weeks. So I thought maybe.
I got lucky with the one I caught a couple weeks ago.
My last 2 trips here have not been productive.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
I told you, Josh. Wouldn't be long. I told you it wouldn't be long that the kitty song would be coming out.
Yep.
Well, you got to try to help these guys out as much as you can, you know?
I understand.
It's a good thing you weren't in the boat when you did that. He'd have slapped you. He almost slapped me earlier for doing it.
Will be the first time I've been smacked
Really?
Well, I will say last
today.
tournament I joeyed for him in, he hit me with a 3-ounce sinker to the temple.
Good Lord, Bob.
That short's on my channel if you want to see it. It is kind of funny. It looks like the headshot video with the kid with the paintball gun, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Guys, I'll be right back. My weather radio just went off.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand how that is. You want to see stuff. How come the image is not up there? What happened?
What was it?
Oh, there it is. I see me.
I see you.
You guys are blocking me.
We'd never.
I have
Good night,
the word,
Chris.
I have a word for that, but I'm not going to exploit it here.
Chris said it's time for bed. Got to get some sleep now because we won't get any Friday.
Get him, Chris.
Don't get me. You can take that out on Brian B.
That's what I mean.
I'm back.
Everything good?
We just went under a tornado watch.
Ooh.
We could deal with.
Warning, right?
Yeah, we could deal with tornado watch.
Well, I can assure you, Brandon and I will not be bumping Friday night.
I don't blame you.
I'm gonna take a nap while he drags bait.
There you go, Chad.
Danny Stone says Top Cat has been
Yeah,
unusually hard for boat anglers. Us bank guys always know where we can go catch 2 fish.
Hey, right now is a bank angler's time of year. I mean, I'm not joking. It's your time to shine.
Well, they have been.
They're definitely kicking your guys' butt so far. I mean, only James knows how to fish from a boat, is what I heard.
Ooh.
So I have a confession to make. I have no idea what this tournament's about. Enlighten me.
Huh?
He's
What's that?
participating and he don't know what it's about.
Nope, I don't. Bob said, "Hey, I need a net man." I said, "Okay."
All right. Well, Top Cat is obviously a single angler per month. We do it on the third Wednesday of the month.
Monday
is our, third Monday of the month. There we go. I don't know why I said Wednesday.
I don't either.
But third Monday of the month, 2-hour time slot, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central. And you are looking for the top 2 fish bag that you can come up with in that 2 hours.
That's cool. So you get 12 competitors a year, basically, one a month?
Ideally, we'd have one a month. We had nobody signed up for January or February this year, but the weather was complete trash those 2 months, so I don't blame them.
That is fair.
And then I have...
You can enter and Bob Kitten can be your...
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm not working for the bank.
Might only be a third of the size of yours, but I got a boat.
Probability of 2 or more.
So far, the current record is 40.5.
Are we set up to start taking new entries for next month?
It is already up. Yep. I put
up.
it up when we started the show tonight. So
you guys can jump in there and get entered. I know there's some people that want to fish this. Don't be scared. Look at Bob standing out there in the rain bumping.
I'm betting, I don't know. I'm betting we'll see either a far southern or a real northern angler for June. Because around here, June sucks.
Yeah, I hope Dave Funk gets in it.
I would like to see Dave Funk get in this.
Yeah, absolutely would.
I know he has talked about it. He's probably got his month that he's wanting in picked out. So
that could be. The problem with that is if there's a whole bunch of people in there, you have to get drawed out. So you need to enter multiple times to make sure you get your shot.
What we got here?
I was just about to ask what happens if multiple people enter, but you say you draw it.
Yep. We've got a wheel. If we have more than one entry, we do the wheel. We do the one competitor, and then we have alternate A and alternate B. And so if something happens, you know, your name gets drawn, life happens, you're not able to compete that month, you could step out and the alternate to be called up on. So we pick the alternates or we go to the alternates in the order they're picked. So.
And we should reiterate that Anthony Yak is just a Joey.
He's just a Joey. And an extra bait in the water. He's trying to steal Bob's fish.
He can fish, but his fish don't count towards the total weight.
Towards Bob's total. Yep.
And to be quite honest, he's made it very interesting being in the boat and helping Bob out, especially in bad weather conditions.
Yep.
Highly recommend if you're a boat or bank angler to have a Joey just in case something happens.
Yeah, that Storm Predictions website is overloaded right now.
Well, you might see me put my name in for the drawing in the next couple months. I'm
There
trying
you
to
go.
get as much stuff as I can now that I got the boat going. My wife says I can't fish no more.
It's all right. They created a rule so I couldn't fish it, Yak.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. We were trying to protect
Lyle made that rule. That's why we call it the Santa Claus.
We just saving you from the embarrassment, because if Dee was fishing with you, which I assume she would catch all the fish.
That's what needs to happen. Dee needs to sign up for Top Cat.
I think she should.
Amen.
That absolutely needs to happen.
Yes, I agree. Come on, Dee, you can do it.
I don't know where she went.
Now, wasn't it just a couple years ago that Bob nailed one right at the end of the Winter Blues or something, Chad?
It's happened multiple times.
I'm trying to remember. I
remember him having a big fish during one of the tournaments that I fished.
He did catch. I know he caught a big one during the Winter Blues one time.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he ended with one like that though.
You ever plan on doing the Tactic Cat one again?
I have thought about it. I need to do that one again at some point, but
I say it was fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, I won it, but I did enjoy it.
Somebody's sending Morse code over there on the bank.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Chad
is
awesome.
That's not the way I read
it. That's not how I read it.
Tell me.
I said I didn't get A. I mean, if I did, it wasn't a W next.
I was seeing something altogether different than that.
Yeah.
Neither one of you guys can read, let alone read freaking Morse code.
I know Morse code.
I'll have you know that I had to pass a Morse code exam years ago get my ham license. So
get your what license?
Get my ham radio license.
Oh,
that's all right. I thought he said ham. I was like, I didn't think.
You're just thinking of a ham sandwich.
I did say ham, but I wasn't talking about the food, Chad.
I do like me a good ham sandwich.
My ham license got revoked by a tick a couple months ago.
Your what?
My ham, pork, bacon, beef license all got revoked thanks to a stupid tick.
Oh man, are you serious?
Yeah, I found out about 4 weeks ago.
Oh damn!
I didn't know they ever pulled them.
I had brats, and then I wound up in the hospital.
Ugh. Yeah, Lyle, that's that tick-borne illness now that's going around. It'll give you a bad allergy to red meat.
To tell you the truth, Josh, I had I don't try not to get out in the woods and stuff anymore because I don't like them damn things. But I had one with all this rain. They're in tall grass. If people don't mow or whatever, I had one right on my shoulder, right here, right in the crease where they done surgery on this shoulder. And I was feeling it one night. I was in bed and I jerked that sucker off,
Yep.
And it's been over a week, and it's stop it, you two, stop it,
Somebody go pull that clip out for
stop
me.
it.
Somebody clip
Anyhow,
that.
that thing had itched for about 6 or 7 days. Just itched like crazy.
Probably because you jerked it so hard.
Will you stop? Quit being an ass. I know that's hard. What a hose head. This is a family show, boys.
Used to be.
Now I will say this: since I found out, I've seen 4 more Lone Star ticks in my front yard under this certain tree. My wife has said I have permission to burn said tree.
I was like, I never burnt that son of a gun.
Yep.
It's going away very soon.
Matt wants to know if you use tweezers or your hand for that, Lyle.
Funny guy, funny guy, funny guy. My youngest daughter has allergies now due to a tick that has been an adjustment for her diet. Wow, Jerry, I'm sorry to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this: there is light at the end of the tunnel. It is possible that someday I'll be able to eat beef again.
Oh, wow.
But it takes time, and they have to test me. Mine's so high, the doctor said he's never seen somebody with that high of a level in it. Because the test went to 100 and it immediately bottomed out.
Wow.
The worst case he's had, it took the person 2 years to get be able to eat beef again.
I couldn't stand that.
Yeah, that's.
I'm a month in, and I gotta wait 11 more months before he'll test me again.
Oh wow!
I would become a tick hunter, and I'd burn every last one of them.
I would. My yard would be nothing but guineas at that point.
What do you got there, Bob?
I'm gonna sprinkle pork rinds on him and see if he goes into shock.
Oh wow!
Love some pork rinds, man.
Okay.
I like them hot ones. They're good.
Yeah, the hot ones are, man, those are real good.
They are.
The hot
oh, Buck, thank you. I didn't know that.
I know how to fix chiggers.
I do too. If they're itching,
scratch them open and spray carb cleaner in them.
You betcha. When it stops burning, they quit itching.
Mm-hmm.
But it does burn.
It does burn.
I'm sure it does.
I wish I'd have known that years ago when we went down camping, me, Dean, Alyssa, to Laurel Lake here in Kentucky, and we went on a little walk through the wilderness. And poor Dee got, oh my God, it was so bad it wasn't funny. Her legs from her ankles all the way up to middle of her thighs was nothing but chigger bites.
Ooh, that almost sounds like she got into turkey mites.
Oh, dude, she was, it hurt her for weeks.
Yep.
Months,
I'll tell you,
she says.
When I was little, my
as you were yesterday?
Yeah, that's
10,000 comedians out of work, and I got to listen to this.
Lyle, you have to start those kind of stories with when I was younger.
When I was younger.
Okay, there we go.
My dad would take and pour yellow sulfur. He'd go to the pharmacy and pick some up in a little bag. They'd weigh him out of him. And we would put sulfur in your pants cuffs or in your socks next to your skin. And we rarely ever got chicks and chiggers.
Huh.
Benoit says, seriously, watch out for the ticks. They are quite bad already. Yeah, we've had a very wet spring. That's why.
That's why. I've had a few on Gidgee.
I saw my first cicada yesterday. I was out there mowing the back 40 here, and they were.
Was it a big one?
Normal size. But
oh, I thought maybe it's a big one. You could throw it on the grill.
It was on the top of some of the tall grass that I was mowing.
Oh, Bob, he likes them pork rinds. I know he likes them Vienna sausages. Me too, man. That's all good stuff. Stop it, Brian. Tonight is the night you're supposed to be on Chad, not me. And then you can get Thursday night too.
Mm-hmm.
What's Thursday night?
Your show. He can climb right in the middle of you again.
Thanks for telling me you don't watch my my channel without telling me you don't watch my channel.
I have been busy on Thursday.
Tell your channel's on pause.
Yeah, the bait shop has been shut down for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
did not know.
Yeah.
You should tell me these things.
Thanks for telling me you don't listen to me without telling me you don't listen to me.
I mean,
I don't listen to you.
there's what, a video?
There's a video. I talked to you guys last week or the week before about it, and that
Must have been a week I was off.
I didn't know what I was doing
Yeah.
anymore. So, and then Outdoor Boys went and beat me to quitting YouTube altogether. So,
I'm shocked at that.
That's got to sting a little bit, doesn't it, Chad?
yeah, everybody's always got to try to one up me.
Copycats, man.
Yeah, did you see that, Lyle? That Luke Nichols has quit YouTube.
I did see that.
Because you're getting stalked.
You know what that tells me? He got big enough and made enough money. He don't need to do it anymore.
Oh,
Well, he said he wants to watch the kids grow up too. So, I mean, his oldest is what, 12 now?
Yeah,
Something like that, yeah.
give it another year, and his first kid becomes a teenager, and he'll be like, "Well, I want to start YouTube back. Screw
Get
dealing
away
with teenage years. I'll quit again whenever they're adults."
Jerry Parker, if you want to know,
Oh yeah, Tommy has his own channel.
ask Betty Jean what she calls them. She has a great answer for you, I promise.
Who are you talking about?
Being a sausage.
Oh God, yeah, that's
Hmm.
funny stuff right there.
It is.
it doesn't have to when it's not bent.
Oh, 9:42. Got about what is it? 18, 19 minutes.
We
18
are at 18 minutes, 25 seconds.
Come on, 90-pound fish.
91.
91-pound fish, yeah.
91.79.
Hey, but that's the year I was born.
91?
Yes, sir.
79.
Wow.
Wow, I'm 10 years older than you.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure anybody in the chat's younger than me. Else, my wife's in here. She's only younger than me by a couple months.
Danny Stone says, "Come on, Bobcat. James pulled his fat out of the fire in the last 10 minutes. You got this."
I can't catch them if they ain't here.
Hmm.
I'm shocked. I figured you went to bumping, you'd start laying them out.
They have left the dam.
Well, it's pretty sure they're all mostly in spawn at this point.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think they've moved into spawn already?
Well,
Judging by the amount of flatheads we caught this weekend versus blue, I think the big blues are already on bed.
It's a little early for them.
It is a little early.
Caught a few. And they were already starting to be scarred up from making nests and whatnot.
Broken fins, sores all over them.
Mm.
And then Bob quit catching any. So
That was male. Was that males, Bob, or
Mhm.
females? Was them males or females? Yeah.
Yeah, some of them were males, and then we started catching smaller females.
Hell, you're quite a ways into it then.
yes,
If you're all beat up like that, man, that's about a month early.
Mm-hmm.
almost every single blue I caught over the weekend was all beat up too.
Man, that's wild.
I was telling somebody earlier, I think we put 21 fish in the boat. Only one of them was above 20 pounds, and like 7 of them were like 11 and a half.
Mm.
So I mean, and they all had sores. So I'm guessing those ones were finished up already. The small ones. Like Bob said, I mean, there was a lot of big flatheads caught this weekend. Well, because Matt caught that one, I think, Thursday night, didn't he?
That's a nice fish.
It was.
Well, we caught a 38 .9 down in the gorge, and then Telly and Chris, and Megan reeled in that 30. What was it, 37, 38?
Something like that. Yeah, they were close.
Yeah.
Great fish. Great
How about
fish.
I think it was 30, 37 and a half, something like that.
And what's funny is that's the one fish we couldn't catch down there was flathead. We caught
Really?
one channel cat with about 7 or 8 pounds, and then the rest were all blue cats.
Funny thing about that flathead we caught is I marked that fish. I seen him moving, and I marked him, and then I set up on him and basically dropped the bait right down on his head. And I put it in the rod holder right next to him, and I sit there and watched that rod tip go. And I stood up and I said, "Hey, Lindsay, go over and reel that fish in."
That's awesome.
Pull it down so slow. He just eased it down, walked, slowly swam away with it.
I had one of what I thought was a flathead bite Saturday night, about 3 a.m. It did the normal. It did the the tap, and then it took a couple of seconds, and it started going down. It did not hook up though. I don't know what happened.
Sometimes they just miss the hook.
Personally, my theory is because of their jaw shape, because their corners of their jaw is not at the front of their mouth like on a blue. At least that's what I because they have that underbite or whatever.
I have a theory about the corner of the mouth on catfish. You guys can have all that action you want. You give me one that goes through the top of their head or around the bottom jaw, I'll take that. You ain't never going to lose one that way unless the hook breaks. And when they're hooked, they're already mad, so it doesn't matter if they got a hole in them.
Facts.
They are, wouldn't you be?
Yeah. I didn't ask for this piercing.
That's right, buddy. That's right. I just like to catch them. I really don't care how they're hooked. Parker says weekend angler got it from Chad. Had it shipped express ship. What are we talking about? That 55-gallon drum of fish repellent.
Fish repellent.
I didn't know you kept that much of it around, Chadwick.
Must have something like that. Why I don't catch fish.
Lyle, you still got that gallon of
I do. I have an idea for that. I'll tell you about it.
I'm still saying that you put that on somebody's cabin air filter. You got.
Oh my God, no! Oh Josh, you don't. Oh, have you smelt that stuff?
Ugh.
Dave Funk says I'll try and get
There we
signed
go.
up for the spot Thursday in November for the Top Cat and show Chad what the Ohio fishing is all about.
September.
Get him, Dave.
November. There we go, Dave.
Well, I know Dave's not going to fish the Ohio River. He's going to fish that Pay Lake up there in Columbus. What's that lake called there, Dave? That you guys fish? Hoover.
Ouch.
Hoover Reservoir Pay Lake.
Oh man,
They take fish out of the Ohio and stock them in Hoover now. And
I don't know why anybody say anything about that. They've been doing that in Lake Springfield, Illinois for years. If it wasn't for that, they wouldn't have no big fish.
That's a man-made lake, ain't it?
yeah,
And that is a fact.
Jack.
It is.
Did they stock that thing with channel cats originally, or they just naturally end up in there?
Hoover?
Yeah.
I think
Hoover
Channel Cat
stocked.
was in there.
Yeah, Hoover stocked with blue cat, and
They stocked the blue.
it's became one hell of a fishery quick.
Yeah, they do really well out there. Then you guys,
Baldwin's the one I'm thinking with channel cat.
you got a guy like Old Funk goes out there and sore lips them all, so nobody else can catch them. But good for him. Makes interesting entertainment every time I see one of his pictures.
fish.
That could very possibly be, Jerry. That's a great comment, fellas. Jerry Parker says, I believe a lot of times on hard takedown misses, the bite down hard causes the hook to turn flat in between tooth pads, so no hookup.
So no
That
hookup.
is extremely possible.
Makes
It
sense to
really is.
Yeah.
I've always thought that a lot of times, especially using big baits, that they get a hold of the bait and take off with it, they just don't get a hook, which is where a 2-hook rig comes in very handy.
That's another reason I like using offset circles.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
For that very possibility.
I think.
Yep.
What we got going on here?
I tell you, Bob, I've often thought, you remember the true turn hooks that come out for bass fishermen years ago?
Yep.
I have often thought if they design one of those and make a circle hook out of it with the true hook turn in it, would be a great option for catfishing.
Yeah, we used to use the blue ones for crappie fishing.
Yep.
It worked fantastic. I don't know why they were blue.
Dave said you can keep the blues. He's talking about 2 flatheads over 120 pounds. Woo!
That's amazing.
You know, since Dave's trash talking about the the Ohio and Kentucky thing here, did you know that in 1895 there were only 2 cars in the entire state of Ohio, yet they still ended up crashing into each other?
Nice.
That's about right about how good their drivers are.
Surprised
James says he thinks a lot of big takedowns that he gets, that you start go down and reel in the fish, and then all of a sudden is gar, and that is another distinct possibility.
Gar will go crazy, and then they're just gone.
That's
I
right.
would say yeah, but typically you can kind of tell because there will be little teeth marks in a part of the bait. Where if it's catfish, you have that mouth print.
Yeah, they'll
clamp
just
down.
take the scales off of it.
Yep. They
That-
will.
In my experience with gar bites, they're a lot faster bites, a lot faster.
They are. They're real just aggressive, just tap 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 tap, and then they're gone.
Yeah. Now if you're missing the bait, that's still that, and it's a real hard,
Yeah.
fast take, like that. It's likely a gar too, or it could be.
Right. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, Roger. Update is right now 0 fish.
Yep.
But boys, it's been a great time with Bob.
It has been a good time.
It has.
I did catch one before he started.
We did get to see it. Well, we did get to see a fish, but we weren't live yet. So
Yeah.
y'all didn't get to see it, but we did. So
yeah, exactly. Yak. We showed him.
Yeah.
Yep. Yak at least showed Bob what to look for in the water tonight, but Bob did not listen.
Oh, that's cruel. That's cruel.
In his defense, it was only like, maybe 12, 13 pounds. It wasn't huge. I didn't even weigh it.
That if you'd have been entered, that would have put you in what, 4th place?
Really?
I think so.
Yep.
Third. What's the date on the 3rd Monday in June?
16th, I believe. Let me double check.
I think you're right.
Yep,
June
the
16th.
16th. We will draw on June 2nd and then fish on June 16th.
Is it a free sign up or is it a costing sign up?
No charge.
If you can pay and it gets you better placement on the wheel.
Oh my God. Somebody will take that literal. You just wait and see.
Yeah. For every
somebody throw a fit.
For every C note that I get,
It don't
right
get you an
before I
extra
hit
spot
spin.
on the wheel. It just
Oh.
I picked the better spot on the wheel. So
Well, since I do the wheel spin, so for every C note that I get, I will remove one name from the list that's not yours.
ooh, there we go.
God. You guys are going to get us in trouble.
We've done that before, Jerry Fish.
What about
Stop it,
the
Jerry.
50 I
Stop
handed you
it.
in the parking lot at Suck Creek this weekend? What was that for?
What'd you say, Bob?
So what about that 50 I handed you at Suck Creek parking lot this weekend?
Yeah, it wasn't a C note, so that was just that was a friendly gesture
Yeah.
that I appreciated.
Wow. 50.
That'll help cover part of that tire that I freaking had the blowout on this weekend.
How much
Did
that
you
cost?
blow out a
Trailer?
tire this weekend?
We drove 337 miles. So technically, we drove 335 miles. Stopped at Walmart, went in, did some shopping, checked the boat. Because we put that new wheel hub and so on. We was checking the hubs and everything. Everything looked fine. Pulled out of Walmart, and what's from Walmart to the ramp is probably less than 2 miles.
Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah.
Pulled in that parking lot, got out, and Bill was like, boss, we got a problem. And I said, what? And he said, you got a flat tire. I was like, you son of a.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Did you know that Walmart there doesn't even have a lift? They have to do everything with jacks.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
It's one of the smallest ones in the area.
They don't have a lift. They have to do all their stuff with jacks.
Huh.
Well, Lyle could go to work there. He was just talking about doing that earlier.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Go to work where?
Never mind.
Wally World.
I think Lyle would make a good Walmart greeter.
I was getting ready to say the same thing.
That's the ultimate job.
He makes a great greeter.
How you doing? Get out.
Shut up. Leave.
The only person I'd rather see be a Walmart greeter is Dockery.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Brian,
Brian,
are you seeing anything at all on the graph, buddy?
I've marked a couple fish, but once you see them when you're bumping, you're
You're
past.
past, right?
Yeah,
you're
you're
past them at that point, but
It's like, oh, there's a fish. Oh, oh, there's another one.
Brian B, I honestly didn't even know that I was going until the day before. So
Brian B was supposed to come up here. He chickened out.
Brian B says Lyle doesn't even need a lift. You jack the car up and he can walk right under it front to back.
Oh, funny guy, funny guy.
well, Brian B can't even go fishing on his own waters. He sure as heck ain't driving all the way down to Tennessee. You guys should have known that what happened.
Well, we just
And there ain't no way, and I don't blame him for this.
22-second mark.
Well, he couldn't give up the chance to sleep before his Midnight Madness tournament on a Friday.
Right. But I also know that, and I can't blame him for this, that he wouldn't fly down there because he's afraid of the air traffic people up in that area. Because that's been horrible up there.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Planes keep falling out of the sky in that area.
Mm-hmm. Well, hell, somewhere up there they had another ship hit a daggone bridge.
Yeah. Parker said he had a trailer tire blowout right before Nashville yesterday, and those are brand new tires. So,
well, the only thing I'm wondering is when I hit the Tennessee line down there on 75, that has got to be some of the worst roads I have ever driven on.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God!
Especially it depends on which route it takes you on, because the one route's actually okay, but it's almost always slammed back. So
no, this was 75 south. I came 75 south the whole way, but when I hit the Tennessee line there, going up that first part of that mountain,
yeah.
Oh my God, that was horrible. It was jerking the truck all over the road.
wow.
Potholes everywhere. And what happened once we changed that tire out? There's a piece of the rim. I don't know, when I hit a couple of those real hard, I'm wondering if that tire wasn't a little underinflated or something, and it scratched the edge of the rim. And I think that once I finally got down there,
Yep.
it did something to the inner part right there.
You want to talk about some
Puppy,
roads? Venice, Louisiana.
Puppy,
Come on, we need a hookup. Hook up.
Highway 80 over
Puppy
there.
Day Darren says, Josh, Dockery can't be a Walmart greeter. He's already banned from their stores.
Yeah, it was. He is. That is the 2-hour time limit there.
We
And
tried.
you could say a lot of things, but you will never say that Bob didn't try his ass off to put a
He
fish.
give it his all. That's all you can ask out of a tournament guy.
Top Cat has not been good to boat anglers.
Not this year.
Not this year. Next year may be different.
Yeah, the only person that can catch a fish out of a boat, Cool Cat's fishing.
Cool Cat's fishing. James was a great guest too.
Don't tell him, but I kind of like James.
I do too.
No lack of conversation when James is on.
No, that's for sure.
Never a dull moment. But Bobcat, great job tonight trying, brother.
You know what? That's bad, but I got to put it up on screen.
Yeah.
Catch fish with us and Bobcat and Skunk. It's like a petting zoo in here.
Dang.
Oh,
I mean, that's rough, but I mean that is
Wow.
ouch.
I've seen Bob catch so many people bumping in his many fish bumping in his videos. I thought he all had them all named.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here they're here. When they're not, they're not.
Well,
James,
you know what? It's just like anything else. Even the best laid plans can go awry.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't
start
expect
to
a,
go back to the gorge.
you would
Having
not
only
expect
2 hours, like
Well,
the
past.
if you would have
Spawn.
asked, I could have given you my secret spot. You could at least put a couple fish on the board, but you guys don't listen to me.
and
I left over you sleep. So much.
Brian says it's all because Bob started doing videos. He's not a live streamer no more.
Oh,
That's right.
I
I've
can't
always
believe y'all
done
pick on
videos.
my buddy Bob.
Awful.
Oh shoot.
I hate your voice.
Ow.
And good news, I didn't break out.
You want one of that?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Well, a good thing,
Hey, y'all
new.
want to sprinkle some.
Yeah.
oh no.
Hey, Yak. At least the good news is if you put in for the June, you've witnessed what not to do tonight. So
Well, I'm thinking if Yak puts in for the June, that they ought to be off spawn, I would think.
If they're on now, they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Now
not mean
remember,
they
they
Or
don't
a
all
high
spawn at the
percentage,
same
a high
time.
percentage of them will be. Yes, it does, James. 2 hours runs by fast when you're.
It goes by real fast.
Super
And it
fun.
goes by fast for us too, guys, because we get to see what they're doing and watching them, and it just seems like we just started.
We get to spend 2 hours. I mean, we just got to spend 2 hours in the boat with Bobcat.
You know what I'm shocked about? I am shocked that we didn't have a whole bunch of questions from people wanting to know how he done certain things. And we didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of. Danny says his first tip for Top Cat is suck it up and hit the bank. Statistics don't lie. Ouch.
Oh
He's
man,
Get some.
hard.
All right.
There's going to be a boat angler come in about what would be the last
Late
month?
July, 1st August.
Poor Jerry Parker. Every time he gets
September
in
is
the boat,
September is the last month of this round of Top Cat. So
you hear me?
what's that?
I said, poor Jerry Parker. Every time he gets in the boat, Danny disowns him.
Oh, that's true. I tell you what, the last time I was in the boat with Danny, and Parker was in the boat by himself, and we were sharing the same body of water. Danny called Parker all kinds of things because Danny and I both knew that Jerry was running around this lake without any stitch of lights on his boat.
Oh my gosh.
We were waiting to get run plumb into. So
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
You notice first thing I did was make sure the navigation lights were up.
Yep.
That's
I don't want to get hit.
that's a deal breaker for me. If I get out there and they're not working, I'm headed back in. I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, they're pretty strict here with that stuff too, as they should be.
I think they should. I think that's
I
one
agree.
that you don't mess around with.
Yep, that's correct. Well, Bob, we
Yeah, they still might
enjoyed
run.
having you on here tonight.
So you can see 'em.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
enjoyed
they hit you
having
to the
you on
mark.
here tonight. It was so much fun. You guys tried your hardest, and it just didn't work out this time. But you can get back in next year.
Yep.
Yeah, we did what we could.
That's all
Oh,
you
well.
can ask anybody.
I'm
That's
proud of you, little buddy.
Me too.
Can't make 'em buy.
One thing about it, Bob, we know you're not scared. You'll jump in the middle.
No,
of it.
that's the truth. So
No, that dam up there, man. Right now, it's a mess. I don't know whether the fish aren't here because they're spawning or because they've been
Bombarded
blowing
with water.
so much water.
that's something to think about.
You're at the water
Oh.
temperature degree that they could very well be spawning.
Yep, they can be moving in.
There's Jody.
There's Jody. She was our very first Top Cat competitor. Jody, you and Bob are tied.
That's awesome.
James said Andy got rained on to boot. So
Yeah, he did.
Luckily, they cleared out pretty quick.
let me.
Anthony was
Well,
going
Josh,
right there by the tower, by the power line. I'm
He
like,
said to watch for it. I was telling him where they were,
he was pointing out the lightning bolt.
and he kept saying, "Where was it at? Where was it at?
I'm
Behind
like-
your head."
Dude, I'm sitting here holding a carbon rod.
Yeah, that's a lightning rod in your hand. So there we've got the first time we've brought this up tonight. Be the only time we bring it up now. It's Jerry Parker still holding his lead with a respectable 91.29 pound two fish
that's
bag.
a great number right there.
That's a great number, but you know what? It's also a number that
It can
can
be
change. It's not he has not set the bar so high that somebody can't break that. So
right. Yeah, 250s will do it every time.
That's all I wanted tonight was 250s.
yep. 250. I need about 350.
I told Brandon, I said, I need 250s tonight. Where they at?
Josh, we got a Top Cat tonight. Our Top Cat.
We just
I'll
did
say-
it.
I'll say we- I don't know where
That's what
you've been, but we
did
just
the
did the
last
whole thing
couple
for the last
hours.
2 hours.
So
Stop it. Bragging board, buddy.
yeah, we're Chad, it's getting harder and harder to
It really is.
hide Lyle's cognitive decline, so that's
Don't you dare call me Joe Biden.
Ooh.
How about we take a look at the bragging
I'll say-
board real
Let's
quick?
do it.
We could call you that all we want. You'll forget about it in 5 minutes.
You'll forget it. Yeah,
Stop.
you'll forget.
Stop it.
All right, here we go. Howdy, folks. It's time once again to take a look at the Catfish Weekly Bragging Board, the weekly video series where we showcase the amazing fish caught by you, our viewers. Leading us off this week, we have Bill of Big Bill's veteran catfishing. Bill caught this 25.5 pound blue catfish while fishing with Catfish Weekly's own Chad Fields. Great job, Bill. Megan of Hooks and Hammocks had a weekend of personal bests, catching her first ever flathead, which weighed 37.5 pounds, and a 30-pound blue while fishing the gathering on the Tennessee River with Chris and Telly. Congratulations on the great fish, Megan. Our good friend Matt of Want to Be Outdoors caught this 45-pound flathead catfish while fishing at the gathering on the Tennessee River. This behemoth swallowed up the bluegill head Matt had thrown as bait, and the fight was on. Congrats, Matt. Billy and Joseph Martin spent some time fishing out on beautiful Lake Wiley and came up with 3 awesome blue catfish weighing in around 20 pounds each. Great job, you two. Thanks for sharing your catches with us. Brent took an early morning kayak trip out onto the muddy Sangamon and got on a bunch of channel cats. Said he had a blast, and I have no doubt he did. Great job, my friend. Warren Farley sent in this great photo of his young cousin. Miss Collins, age 7, caught this huge largemouth bass all by herself over Mother's Day weekend. She wasn't too sure about holding it, so her dad Austin stepped in to help. Great job. Miss Christina, woman of the woods and waters, sent us these photos of some huge walleye and her first flathead catfish of 2025. The northern waters are coming alive. Thanks for sharing them with us, Christina. Catfish Weekly's own Chad Fields became a member of the Piebald Club this weekend when he boated this beautiful 17.5-pound fish. Great job, buddy. That is an awesome fish. Travis Young came up with a new personal best flathead catfish while fishing the gathering on the Tennessee River. This fish weighed in at 13.44 pounds. Congrats on the new PB, buddy. Buer Boys Outdoors came in second place at the Nebraska Wildcats tournament at Lovewell, Kansas, with a 5-fish overall weight of 77.8 pounds and 3 blues over 20 pounds. Biggest was 24 pounds. Jace got second place in the youth category. Nicely done. Miss Chrissy Brown spent some time fishing with the family recently, and everyone caught some great fish while also making memories. Thanks for sharing your photos with us. Jerry and Marcia Parker visited the gathering on the Tennessee River this past weekend and came up with some nice blue catfish. Please take note that Marcia has the larger fish, which is not surprising. Great work, you two. Chris from Catfish with us caught this tank of a channel catfish on Sandusky Bay during the Wally World Whiplash Tournament on May 10th. This 19-pound channel ended up being the tournament-winning fish. Congratulations. And closing us out this week, we have our good friend James of Cool Cats Fishing and the 34-pound blue he caught during the last minutes of April's Top Cat tournament that put him into second place. Thanks for taking part in Top Cat, James. Don't forget, guys, you too can be featured on the Catfish Weekly bragging board. To be eligible, the fish needs to have been caught within the past 14 days, and we accept pictures of any species of fish. To get yourself or a friend on the bragging board, all you need to do is email your fish photo to pics@theweekendangler.com. Send us the information shown on your screen, and we'll get it on the board for you. Thank you all for watching. Have a great week.
Shana did say I can start doing more.
Oh, awesome
Wake up,
fish.
Chad.
Awesome fish. I was dozing off. I was starting to doze off.
Chad was falling asleep on us.
I hear a train a coming.
Yep.
All right, boys, I'm getting sleepy. So
I am too. Bob, thanks for hanging out with us on Top Cat tonight, brother. I wish the fish had been more cooperative for you, but it's always good to hang out and talk with you, though, man.
Yeah, we hung out and ate some pork rinds and made fun of Lyle, and I mean that was fun.
That's always worth it, right there. Yeah.
Appreciate it, Bob. You was a great guest. We enjoyed having you, and Yak along with you. You guys was awesome.
Thank you, guys.
And we'd like to get you back on here again
Appreciate
one of these days if you want.
Yeah, maybe when there's more fish here.
Yep, we can definitely do that. So.
We definitely can. Thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to sign up for the next drawing in the Top Cat competition. Josh has it posted right now, so you can
it's
sign
on-
up, and
It's
we'll
on
be
the
drawing what date?
Facebook page. So
Yep. When will we draw again for that?
we will be drawing on Monday, June 2nd. That's 2 weeks from tonight. And it is going to be for you're signing up to fish on the 16th of June. So that's about a month from today. So
Lyle, just say, since you're the owner of the channel, you got to say hi to the new people, man. Come on.
No. No.
This is rude.
wow.
It's call it what you want.
What was the phrase? Get out. Get off my lawn.
If Josh wasn't already in here, I'd swear that was him.
Nope, not me.
All right. Well, on that note, hope everybody has a great week. Bob, Yak, please be safe getting back and home. And
Be careful in the storms, everybody. They're going around all over the Midwest, so be careful and take cover if you get around.
Yep.
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next week.
Have a great week, everybody.
take care, everybody.